What makes a YouTube channel grow? Is it the content or the story? Or is it something that gives experienced creators an unfair advantage on YouTube? And to know that, we must answer this question. Why did viewers click on this video, but not this one or this one? And the answer to that question was hiding in plain sight. Any viral video on YouTube goes viral for three simple reasons: the thumbnail, the title, and the hook and story. So I started to study every viral video that I could find in any niche in YouTube. From the videos itself and the editing, the script writing and how to make engaging videos, and the title and thumbnail. But to be honest, the thumbnail is what caught almost all of my attention. Because if your thumbnail is not highly stimulating to the viewers to click on, you're not going to be able to grow on YouTube or even get any views. Even if your videos were Netflix level production. If you don't have a good thumbnail, no one will watch your video. If they don't click, they don't watch. It's that simple. But what makes a great thumbnail, and what's the secret sauce that experienced YouTubers have and put in their thumbnails that gets them a lot of views? And when I looked deep into that specific matter, I found something really beautiful. It all starts with scroll stoppers. When making YouTube videos, you have to understand that the algorithm does not understand your thumbnail and it doesn't really click on it, but it measures how many times it has been clicked on by the audience. So understanding the audience is a key factor to knowing how to make great thumbnails. And almost 65% of content consumers in YouTube are in the age group of 25 to 34. And they use their phones in order to consume content. But what you need to understand about this specific age group, they are highly addicted to dopamine because of short form content and scrolling all day in Instagram Reels and TikToks. Therefore, that reflex of scrolling that they do all day makes it highly unlikely to grab their attention if your thumbnail doesn't have a trigger to stop the scrolling. And this is why the thumbnail trigger is the beating heart of your thumbnail. And without it, your video is going to die in the browse page. And here's the best 4 triggers that you can use in your next thumbnail in order to hack the viewers' brains. The first one is the most used one in YouTube, which is emotion. And this is the biggest scroll stopper in all the niches of YouTube. By adding emotion to your thumbnail like happy, sad, surprised, or even what? You'll be able to trigger that same emotion to the viewer. And with that small trigger, your thumbnail will be more recognizable within the crowd. But the problem with this trigger, it doesn't really work for small channels like big ones because of something called the authority bias. But that authority bias doesn't stay for long. The more you put content and you put your face in thumbnails, you'll be able to create some kind of branding to your channel within the niche, and you'll get authority over time. Now, the second trigger is what is called contrast. And here I'm not talking about the contrast of colors within the design of the thumbnail. Here I'm talking about something else completely. Let's say, for example, you are in a big niche, and that specific niche, almost 88% of the thumbnails are in dark mode without a lot of color, and they use a lot of text. But let's say, for example, that you did it the other way, with a niche full of dark thumbnails and you making a bright one full with color, with a lot of thinking about the message that you're going to deliver to that audience. You'll be able to pop so easily, and the more you pop, the more you'll be able to really stand from the crowd. Now comes the third trigger that makes it all work together, which is composition. Composition is an art itself, used in not only thumbnails, used in filmmaking, art, film posters, and even every creative piece of content. Composition is a guide to element placement. So it's the fundamental of the fundamentals of creating any piece of content you'll ever make. But the biggest problem that small creators have, that when they hear about the word composition, they almost instantly think about the rule of thirds. But they don't know that there is more than 9 compositions that you can use in your creative work in order to make it more engaging. And that's what big creators know and understand. And that's what makes their thumbnails highly engaging, because they use composition in order to hack viewers' brains and direct the eyes of the viewer to something that they really want to focus on in the thumbnail. And they always use these 3 triggers in order to get to the 4th one. And the 4th one doesn't really have anything to do with the designing of the thumbnail, but it has a lot to do with your own video. Using these 3 simple triggers, you'll be able to make your audience stop and think about clicking clicking on your thumbnail. But big creators use the fourth trigger as a punch to that viewer face and really hook them into watching the video, which is confirming the click, reassuring the viewers' minds and expectation of what they'll get in the video. So your first 5 seconds need to be aligned and perfectly aligned with your title and thumbnail. And this is one of the best hacks that you could ever use in your YouTube channel. But to be able to create the perfect thumbnail and the perfect video, you need to learn how to unlock your creative brain. And you'll know how in this video right here. But before you leave, I would like you to give me some feedback about my English. And do not forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.